this sky portal. You have not arrived here by accident. Share this with your friends, family, and anybody that you care about, because you will not find this on any YouTube search.
Today it was confirmed. Trump's statement he made says he's given a presidential order to declassify records the U.S. government has about extraterrestrials, about non-human intelligent life, about UAP. That information exists.
We finally on the eve of a true age of disclosure on aliens. Well, President Trump now giving the green light for government files on extraterrestrial life to be released to the public, posting on Truth Social that due to tremendous interest, he is directing government agencies to begin identifying and releasing files related to extraterrestrial life, UAPs, and UFOs.
And a process will now start to declassify it. But I think humanity can handle the truth.
80-year global cover-up concealing the existence of intelligent alien life and technology.
Direct U.S. government agencies to release government records related to potential extraterrestrial life and UFOs. His comments come days after former President Barack Obama appeared to confirm the existence of aliens.
The first country that cracks the code on this technology will be the leader for years to come.
Whatever the government is about to tell you and show you about these things, these UAPs, they are not UFOs. Why do you think they changed the name? What's about to happen and what is happening now is absolutely way more terrifying. And you need to listen. And listen now. Listen now.
I've mentioned that there's interdimensional potential. Could you expound on that?
Multidimensionality, that kind of thing.
The great deception.
The framework that I'm familiar with, for example, is something called the holographic principle. It derives itself from general relativity and quantum mechanics, and that is, if you want to imagine a 3D object such as yourself casting a shadow onto a 2D surface, that's the holographic principle. So you can be projected, quasi-projected from higher dimensional space to lower dimensional. It's a scientific trope that you can actually cross.
There are no UFOs. These are the aliens themselves. Does anybody remember what UFOs were really supposed to look like? At the end of World War II, the Soviet Union and the United States recruited Hitler's best and brightest scientists under a program called Operation Paperclip. The Nazis we recruited were then positioned in the highest parts of our government. Wernher von Braun was one of the many Nazis recruited by the US government. Was Hitler's best rocket scientist. And eventually, he became America's best rocket scientist. The man responsible for getting us to the moon. He became the director of NASA, and on his deathbed, he said this.
Good morning, my name is Carol Rosen. In 1974, I was introduced to the late Dr. Wernher von Braun in the U.S., the father of rocketry. In my first meeting with him during that first 3.5 hours, he said to me, Carol, you will stop the weaponization of space. He said, no, you have to understand, this is February, and we have to prevent the weaponization of space because there is a lie being told to everyone that the weaponization of space is now first being based upon the evil empire, the Russians. There are many enemies, he said, against whom we're going to build this space-based weapon system. The first of whom was the Russians, which was existing at that time. Then there would be terrorists. Then there would be third world countries. Now we call them rogue nations or nations of concern. Then there would be asteroids. And then he would repeat to me over and over, and the last card, the last card, the last card would be the extraterrestrial threat.
Have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
If you think I'm Satan reincarnated, the Democrats, Biden is hiding people and sucking the blood of children. No, I'm serious. Now, you may not like me, and that's your right. You can't listen to people who say this was a peaceful march.
After World War II, the plan to weaponize space began to move very fast. Wernher von Braun and several other scientists that were under Nazi control were now under American control. With the Union, a secret agreement they forged. A plan to weaponize space for a fake alien invasion with real alien technology.
Completing the job that President Reagan started 40 years ago, forever ending the missile threat to the American homeland, and the success rate is very close to 100%, which is incredible when you think of it. You're shooting bullets out of the air.
What we want from Denmark is this land on which we're going to build the greatest golden dome ever built. We're building a golden dome ever built. We're building a golden dome. We're building a golden dome.
What if free people could live secure in the knowledge that their security did not rest upon the threat of instant U.S. retaliation to deter a Soviet attack, that we could intercept and destroy strategic ballistic missiles before they reached...
Remember, Carol, the last card is the alien card. We're going to have to build space-based weapons against aliens, and all of it, he said, is a lie. Is a lie. Is a lie.
Is a lie. Is a lie.
Actually, Cern is dealing with radionuclear research.
Right.
It's nuclear research. But it is more than that, because there are lots of physicians, I know some, they're doing very strange experimentation. There are beings from portals coming in and out. It's physicists from the Cern.
Bring up that last card, and remember, Carol, the last card is the alien card. We're going to have to build space-based weapons against aliens, and all of it, he said, is a lie.
Something is happening, and I know everybody right now can agree with me that time is not right. And this is why. Publicly, Cern's research includes variations of particle physics and its research. Not known to the public, Cern's real research is dimensions, an opening a portal to any 14 of the ones that they have discovered. But what's concerning is that's how they contacted an interdimensional being. Or what you're going to find out is very soon that what are known as interdimensional beings are going to be what President Trump or leaders of the world are going to call aliens.
That's what those physicists say. Some others say there are more dimensions. You know, they had a being, they did not tell me more, who came that doesn't resemble a human. And then they had another one, and they have a proof because they left a scarf. They left a scarf. And now when you look at what is going on in the Cern, there is a fight from some of the military agencies, intel. They say that there is a fight on time. They're trying to change 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 time.